Hi there, I've got an update on using the X39 Lifewave patch. I'll show you, I've got it on my body now, just under my navel there. So what is the X39 patch? It is a patch with certain substances in it which reflects light back into the body, something called phototherapy, which sounds fantastical. However, I have looked it up and it is a real thing. It does affect, there are legitimate, or I found at least one with a 15-second search on the internet, one what looks to be at first glance legitimate scientific study not attached to the company that does show a change from putting one of these phototherapy patches, specifically Lifewaves, on the body. It does do something to the body. They say Lifewave, it upregulates your peptide production and essentially increases stem cell production. As you get older, your stem cell production decreases. Stem cells are life to the body. They allow your body to regenerate, to have its youth. If you can imagine getting injured when you were 16 years old, things heal pretty quick. When you get to my age, and I'm in my 40s, things do slow down. You notice it, injuries and whatever. So I've been using the Lifewave patch for around 3 months now. And when I started using it, I had an ankle injury and a knee injury. My ankle injury is a result of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu lock that was applied far too hard, by an overzealous training partner. And I felt my tendon kind of, it didn't fully rupture, but there was like a clunk and a sudden increase in range of motion. And the pain from that was getting worse from, I think it was around the summer of 23 to the September of 24 when I started taking the Lifewave patch. And within a week of using the patch, the pain that was getting worse, miraculously, and it does sound too good to be true, I understand that, but I'm an honest guy, and so I'm just going to tell the truth, went. I was feeling this pain every day when I would get out of my bed and I would step, and the first two I would kind of wince and hobble. That's one change I noticed. The second is, this is going to be a quick video, by the way, so bear with me. The second is a degenerative meniscal tear in my right knee, and I could not sit with my knee in a cross-leg position like this. The lateral pressure across my knee would cause pain on the inside of the knee, and I couldn't do that. Again, within, I can't remember now, 3 or 4 weeks of starting using the patch, that went. And I could sit with my right ankle over my left knee, because I sit and read every day in a cross-leg position. And I was having to cross only my left ankle over my right knee. I've always sat my whole life with my right leg over, but I had to stop doing it as this degenerative meniscal tear got worse. So I regained the ability to do that. The significance of this video is that 2 weeks ago, I stopped wearing the patch. It was Christmas time and I was out of my routine, and then I traveled, I was away and I missed a few days, and then I wore it for one day and then I missed a few more days. And I'm going to share an honest occurrence. My pain in my ankle and my knee started to come back to the point that my heart sank a bit, because I was hoping that they were kind of a thing of the past. Now, at this point, one might say, well, the patches don't do anything lasting then. Let me explain something about the patches. They say that for every 10 years of your life, so I've been alive for 40 odd years, you need to wear the patches, X39, for 1 month to get the stem cells back up. So to a good higher level. And then when I guess they're at that higher level, then is when they operate in the body and start fixing stuff. If you know anything about stem cell therapy, you will have heard some pretty amazing stories. One that I heard is a guy had stem cells injected. I don't want to get sidetracked. There are 3 ways of doing stem cells. You can take it from the fat, from bone marrow in a certain place, and from blood. Okay, the least effective of those, I think, is blood, then fat, then bone marrow. But to get the bone marrow, they have to corkscrew some of your bone out, and it's whatever. So for my degenerative meniscal tear, I would probably need to have my hip drilled into, and they pull the marrow out, and it's like a 50 or 60% chance that will work to fix my meniscus. If they take it from the fat, it's like a 20%, 30% chance, and from the blood, it's like 10% for my particular injury. So the point is, you want to get these stem cells up to a high level and I guess keep them there for a period. So I'd done 2 months and I took a week off. The pain came back and the injury is not healed properly, though it does feel better. I can lunge and squat in the gym without pain now. And so I'm going to go back on the patches, hence why I'm wearing this. Excuse my navel there. I've got this back on. Since I put the patch back on, my pain in my ankle and knee has gone again. Okay? I'm a skeptic by nature, so if I was watching this, someone I didn't know, I would probably be skeptical and think this is placebo, whatever. I don't think this is placebo. I did a master's degree in sports science and nutrition. I'm kind of aware of the placebo effect, although of course I can still be swayed. I'm a human. And I'm really trying to be extra skeptical, asking myself, is this really working? You know, all I can tell you is I think, yeah, well, for sure the pain is gone. That's irrefutable. And I guess the acid test for that is when I get out of bed, the hobbling is just gone. Could that be purely placebo? Maybe. But you've also got to look at, I think in this company, they have hundreds of other stories, maybe thousands of people with there's one guy, he's another English guy, had phantom pain he's an amputee, his legs, lost his leg. I think he was in the military in the Middle East. He lost his leg, was blown off, I believe. And phantom pain is when the brain still thinks the leg is there and maybe severed, and it's very bad. And he says after 3 months of wearing the patch, X39 patch, which is like one of their flagships, phantom pain's gone and it's never come back. Could you say it's placebo? Yeah, you could say it's placebo, but lots of amazing stories. Now, this is anecdotal evidence, so classic hard scientists would point that out. It's not empirical, measured with numbers, but pain is subjective anyway, so I don't want to go too much into that. But interesting, the summary, I wore the patch, first starting in September, the pain in my ankle and knee, gone in my ankle, gone pretty much in a week. In my knee, it took a month to decrease, I would say at least 60-70%, to the point I could cross my leg over. I stopped wearing the patch for the week. It's come back. It came back, not to the same degree as it was in September. That's worth pointing out. And now I'm 4th day onto the patches again, and my pain is gone again. Just sharing my experience. I'm going to do the full 4 months now. I'm really going to commit now to this next 2 months, and then probably at least another 2 or 3 months to see, you know, if my stem cells are at their full capacity. That's what Lifewave say. I'm 40 roughly, so 4 months to get them to the high level, and then I'm going to sit there for 3 months and see if anything happens. And then I guess I'll come off of them for a week or two and again see. Do I think you should try these? I guess I would probably want to speak to you and ask, but I think it's worth looking into and at least maybe doing a month and seeing. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just drop me a comment. I think I can, this is going to sound very, this may sound very, this will really raise a flag with any skeptics now, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think I can give you a code. That's kind of blown all credibility maybe for some people in everything I just said, which was truly honest. I think I can give you a code that will get you 10% off. But if you don't want, and they would give me 10%, okay? So being completely honest about that. But if you're skeptical and you wouldn't want somebody you don't know to get 10%, then just go straight to the lifewave.com or whatever the website is. And I think you could just order from them and you wouldn't get 10% off and I wouldn't get 10%, but you wouldn't need to worry about anything. Or just message me. I'm an honest guy and I'll give you a code to get 10%. And I think they would give me, I don't know, £5 or something like that. So it's no great shakes. Have a great rest of January, and I'll keep you informed maybe in a month or so.